Skippy, can you ban Bill? Just get rid of him. I'm sick of it, you know? I really am. I don't even know if Skippy's here yet. What's up, Green and Bill and Banana? How we doing? Hey, Crab Man. What's going on, folks? Welcome to the stream. And Elijah? I'm going to assume it's Aliyah Edits. And Big Fish. What's going on, folks? Sorry I'm late today. I got new monitors in the mail and I was setting them up. I got higher refresh rate than 60 hertz for finally 1440p monitors. It's like, okay, so they're only not OLED. I ain't chilling out for OLED. It'd be nice, but that shit's expensive. So my old monitors are 24 inch. These are 27 inch. So it's not like a huge size difference, but since they're 1440p and everything is like smaller, they feel gigantic. They feel massive. It's crazy. Doing good. Been reading Berserk. That's nice. That's exciting. Where are you at in Berserk? Are you enjoying it? I would assume you are because Berserk is lit. What's up, Luminous and Arthur? How we doing? I have to do some monitor calibration. I don't know if everyone else has this issue or this is just me. Both monitors, the exact same model. They're the same monitor on both sides. For some reason, the color is very different. Like this side is, the color is much better on this side, which is good because it's my main monitor. But the color over here, it looks weird. It looks funky. And I had the same problem with my last monitors. Same thing, same exact model. The color was very different. Now, in that situation, I bought one and then I bought the other like a couple years later. So I was like, maybe there was an update that changed how it did color. But with these, I don't know what the deal is. The color's just different. Display cords. They're both using DisplayPort, if that's what you're asking. Display cords. I switched to all chat and my messages disappeared. Green has been shadow banned. We finally did it. Gonna start a golden age. Okay, yeah, you're not very far in then. What's up, Ziva? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Now I know how to do display calibration through Windows, so I can fix it. But like it's a pain because I can never get it just the same. I just want both monitors to look the same, and I can't ever seem to get that. They end up looking slightly different. It's very frustrating. So anyway, how are we doing today, folks? How's everybody? What have you been up to? How's life? I got new monitors. That's the most eventful thing that's happened to me recently. That's about it. And today we're playing Dead Space, which is pretty cool. Oh! Don anime. Maybe we talk about that. If we try control C and control V in real life. I have, in a sense. Can be the drivers? I don't think so. That wouldn't. I don't think that would make sense. What drivers anyway? I want to do a small retro game. I went to a small retro game store and got a copy of Final Fantasy VII for NES. Final Fantasy. Did I misread that? Final Fantasy VII? For NES? What are you talking about? Square Enix did not make Final Fantasy VII for NES. Okay, that makes more sense. Skip Man, I enjoyed the One Piece anime episode video. Appreciate that. Glad to hear that. I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome. New video is all good. Thank you, Ziva. That's very sweet. They mean 6 for the SNES. A small Chinese team ported the entire game to the FF1 engine. Oh, so it's like a bootleg. Some motherfuckers talking outside in the stairwell. My air fryer has driver updates. Everything updates these days. Everything has updates. I'm gonna get a flashlight that needs updates. Oh, I gotta be PG so this stream doesn't get demonetized. Why? Why do I have to be PG? Why can't I be crass and horrible all the time? It's the worst. Okay, so Don to Don anime got announced. That's pretty exciting. Okay, you guys have heard me shilling Don to Don for quite some time. Don to Don is a great manga. Anime got announced. And it isn't MAPPA, which is lit. Because MAPPA be abusing them animators and they don't need more projects to abuse them on. So that's pretty exciting. The stream is going to be demonetized as soon as you start the game. Was the last one demonetized? I can't remember. Hang on a second. Let me look it up. Because I feel like it didn't actually get demonetized. The last one did not get demonetized. The two before that, well, the three before that really, but mostly the two before that were demonetized. The third one, I actually can't tell if it was demonetized or not because it has copyright because BioShock be using copyrighted games. Just started reading it after it got announced. Pretty good. I like it. I'm a big fan. Don Don's trailer is so good. I'm excited. Who's doing the anime? It's Science Saru. By the way, there's people in the comments of my new adaptation video claiming that I'm somehow blaming the animators and that I'm part of the problem for why their work-life balance is so bad. Even though nothing I said in the video would suggest that that was my opinion. Maybe it's because I didn't expressly say that it's the result of the people who make the decisions, but some people just seem to think that that's my opinion. Hey Mugen, how you doing? YouTube be tripling with the demonetization stuff. Yeah, I get demonetized all the time. It happens. You're such a strong advocate for animators. I am. Yeah. I really am. I'm a strong advocate for workers' rights in general. I would never, ever, ever suggest that the animators aren't working hard enough. That's a dumb take, and anybody who got that from my video is an idiot. I like your video on Vinland Saga. Have to ask what's your thoughts on JJK? Hey, JJK. First of all, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the video. My thoughts on JJK: story and character writing kind of weak, but action, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I found out that I probably should read Scott Pilgrim before I watched the anime before I actually started watching it. I would recommend. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the new Scott Pilgrim anime yet. Green's been too busy to spend time with me. Are you saying you're the sole reason for Japan's horrible work culture? It's all my fault. Clearly. No, it's funny, right? When I wrote that script, I didn't write anything about animators and their work-life balance. I didn't write anything about how animators need to be given better, work situations. And after the whole MAPPA drama, I wish I had written something into that script. It would have been a good opportunity to do it. It would have been nice if I had a part in the video where I was like, and by the way, these good adaptations should not come at the cost of the people making them. But, hindsight is 2020. Again, nothing in the video suggested that I would think otherwise. It's just, it would have been nice to throw that in so that dumbass motherfuckers don't think that. I hear that you should see the film or read the graphic novel before seeing the anime. Well, you've seen the film, so you're good to go. I feel like it's hard to invest in the story when the writing / world building is kind of poor. I agree. I'm not super into the story of JJK, but I think it does action really well. It's fun to watch. It's fun to read because it just nails that aspect. You know what? Like, the thing I like about it is that it really leans into that. Like, there's very few chapters of JJK that people aren't fighting. There's not a lot of chapters that are purely story based. There's a lot of fights. They lean into it. That's great. Comments are literal strawmans. I had to work when the video went up, but I assume it's about art, not society. I mean, yes, absolutely. Now, I mean, I do blame like the direction of the anime because of the whole like problem of it not being faithful. I do talk about how the direction of the anime isn't great, but again, that's not blaming the animators. That's not saying that like they're not doing a good enough job. That's a dumb take, a really dumb take. I feel like you have to go into the video wanting to hear that in order to get that take. You have to go into the video with the mindset of like, this guy's blaming animators so that you can justify in your own head that I'm blaming animators. Because nothing I say in the video suggests that. What's your JJK OTP? I don't know what that is. What's an OTP? Hi, Hayden. What's going on? I am planning to see The Boar and the Heron. I'm going to get a group of friends together and we're all going to go see it. P3R soon. Are you hyped? No, I don't. I'm not a JRPG guy. I did play Persona 5. I haven't finished it, and I liked it. It's one of my favorite JRPGs that I've played, but I have no hype for Persona 3. It's pure mental gymnastics. Yeah. Original true pairing, so shipping stuff. I don't do shipping, but Toto and Yuji. Those are the minds of commenters who would watch Whiplash and come away saying, whoa, he was really good at drums. Yeah. Yeah, well, people just come up with really dumb things to say, just in general. I assumed you were a fan because of the Copyright Boys doing the Yunara comedy dance. No, I got really interested. I loved the meme, the specialist dance meme when that was a thing. And so when I made a video that not a ton of people have watched about video game music, there is a section in the video where I talk about Persona music because I had played Persona 5 and I wanted to talk about how amazing music was. And I made a joke where I did the dance in the video. So I learned the dance for hang on. It doesn't know what display to capture because I have new displays. I think it's this one. It's much larger than intended. Hang on a second. It needs to be much smaller because it's a much larger resolution. There we go. This video, I have a section in this video where I do the dance. And so when I needed a way to avoid copyright for my first anime video, I just took this and turned them into the copyright protection boys, and they've continued to be a thing on the channel. But I originally learned the dance for this one joke, this like 30-second joke. I spent like 2-3 weeks learning the dance for this one joke. And it just so happened that it's been a very meaningful thing to learn because I carried it forward throughout basically every video. Can you do the Fortnite dance? No, I can't. I spent weeks. So. I just got here from watching Fully Ramblematic. I don't know what that is. What did I miss? Nothing. A lot of me talking. Yapping my ass off. People have been calling me a yapper lately. I don't appreciate it. It's my favorite bit. I thought it was pretty fun. Thank you, Corey. I love the boys. Will they come to Brazil? I don't know. I actually do want to, like, no joke, I do want to visit Brazil someday. Brazil's a beautiful place. New Zero Punctuation is good. Well, I never watched Zero Punctuation, so I haven't watched their new thing either. Take me to Brazil with you? Let's do it. Ever since the new video, I've been wanting to watch Land of the Lustrous. You should. Land of the Lustrous is fantastic. It's a great show. Dill Holton's come out with a new limited batch of... Okay, not reading that. Hi, Andreas. Nice to see you. You haven't been around in a bit. To be fair, the Persona 4 dance is an awesome dance to learn, right up there with Hare Hare Yukai. I don't know what that is. See, I've been thinking, right? I've been thinking like maybe I need to find more dances for the boys to do. So if you guys... Oh, I do recognize this. I never watched this anime, but I do recognize this. I never watched Haruhi. This is a thing I haven't seen. I could learn this dance for the boys. Imagine if they did both. But here's the thing. I have to find somebody on YouTube who is doing a tutorial on how to do the dance. That's how I did the specialist dance. So there was this guy on YouTube who had a video teaching how to do the dance, and because of him, I was able to learn it. I couldn't learn it on my own. I'm not a dancer. If he fails, he gets timed out. 3 chances to get Mack. Okay, yeah. Andre's keeping you on your toes. Well, he hasn't been around for a while. So I was like, I, I started to read it because I was like, I thought it might be an old message, and I was like, oh no. I was like, what does this have to do with what is this, what are we talking about dill pickles for? And then I read a bit further in, and I got that ability to read while I talk, which helps. Ranger reject? No, I haven't. Just got here. Everyone was talking about dweeb dances. Well, that's what we do here at Rain. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Okay, I just casually calibrated my monitor, and now it looks much better. That was driving me crazy. I'm sorry. I had to do it right now. I had to. I'm playing Dead Space Remake. Personally enjoy dude dances even though I do not dance whatsoever. It was really hard to learn. Like dancers, those motherfuckers be crazy, okay? That stuff is hard, all right? It took me weeks to learn the specialist dance. Weeks. I was practicing like an hour to 2 hours a day for a few weeks. Speaking of Dead Space, why don't I play that instead of Captain yapping my ass off? I feel like people are coming up with more and more insults that don't mean anything. Right? So looping back to people calling me like Captain Yap or like saying I'm yapping like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking. What's your point? It's like, I feel like they're trying to offend me by being like, oh, this guy never shuts up. But it's like, it's a non-offense. It doesn't fucking mean anything. Oh, suffering from success. This is 1440p. So I had to. There we go. I like Captain Hack. What are you drinking? Cream soda. I'm a cream soda boy today. Here in Brazil, we have some crazy wild dancing. I bet you do. I bet Brazilians had some wild dance. You should have just rotoscoped yourself onto the body of the dancing dude. The dancing. Oh. That would have been funny too. Where am I? This game is very dark on the new monitor. I might have to adjust the the gamma here. If that's something I can brightness. No, I mean that's still, I guess I'm just not used to like blacks being this black. It's dark. It is dark. Can't see. Where am I going? I don't remember what I'm doing. I guess I'm going this way. Manually ignite the engines. Got it. Can I close this door? Can I just close this? Can I just close this door? Please? That's good. No, we can just leave that locked. Let's just leave that locked. Okay? Good. Now, how do I get in there without getting in there? Need to try cream soda? I love me some cream soda. It's one of my favorites. It is not an OLED monitor. I am too cheap to buy that. Fuck. I know I have to deal with it, but... Okay. One more. Okay, I got a lot of legs. I got a lot of legs down. Okay. Now let's just work on stomping each of them to death. Is that one dead? No, it isn't. It's just pretending to be dead. There we go. Oh, and they dropped so many health kits. What a bunch of sweet boys. That is so nice of them. That is so... What a bunch of sweet fellas. There's another one. Hang on. This one's one of those exploders. And then I need the flamethrower for the little boys. Y'all stay back, you hear? I've had enough of it. I'm gonna reload and then I'm gonna deal with you, okay? Why are you ignoring my stomps? I don't appreciate it when that happens. No one, Captain Yap. Can I keep one of the crawly fellas as a pet? As long as you feed it. Oh, I should have used one of these tanks that was sitting around to deal with all those fellas. I gotta get my mind around using telekinesis because I never do. I never do. I always forgo. I get it. The engine power is fit. I'm working on it. I'm taking my time. I remember what was happening. You were going to a place to do a thing, perhaps with a variety of people and objects. I don't think people were involved. A lot of unpleasant monster creatures, but no people. And that's right. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say that they aren't people. I have not played through Warframe. I tried to play Warframe once. Super didn't appeal to me. Alright, so I need to get some batteries in here. See one up here, just sitting around waiting for me to touch on it. I also see that box. Thank you. Couple of creds for the boy. Now, can I just walk in here? Oh no. That's gonna attract some creatures, I think. Yep, there they come. Oh god. Screw you. Hang on. No, you guys, no, that's very rude. Very rude. You guys, where are my tanks at? Alright, come here, you little fucker. You wanna try to mess with me? Huh? You don't know who you're messing with, you poison little... I'm trying to get near the tanks in case I need them, but it seems to be just a couple of fellows right here. No wonder they gave me so much healing. They knew what I was gonna be up against. Hey, Poor, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way in. That was very sweet of you. Okay, I get it. It's like a stasis thing. Couple of fellas dealt with. Not a big deal. Oh, Christ. There's a big fella coming at me. Move! Isaac, why aren't you running? Why am I walking? Why am I walking? I don't understand what's happening. There we go. Now he's moving a little bit. Alright, where's the... He's still moving around down there. Hey. You want to... No, that's not necessary at all. Stop hurting me when I'm stomping on you. Got heavy boots, give him a break. Alright, just turn it on. Just go. Confirm. Do it. Should I be in here? Should I be in here? This is not safe. That's a... Why is that just an open compartment? There's no flames that are gonna come out and scorch my body? We're not worried about that? That's bright. Never played... I read that as Dark Souls. Dead Space 1, but I played Dead Space 2. I was about to make a joke referencing that, but it might be a spoiler. You haven't played Dead Space 1? I thought you'd played them all. I thought you were pretty into these games when we were young. That seems really unsafe. That's like super bright. So, how am I doing on... It's very shaky. Got a couple schematics, some ammo, things to sell. One small med pack left. Oh. I just like number 2 a lot. I did New Game Plus and everything, but I've forgotten a lot. Oh, I see. When did Mack get the I can lift shit power? It was pretty early on. It's been a while.
Wait, you're flying us through the planet crack debris?
That's what the asteroid defense system is for.
But the ADS is offline. I've got the system readouts here.
Hammond, the Ishimura is in rough shape. A couple of bad strikes could finish her off.
Shit. Daniels, give me all the data you have. I'll try to adjust course. Isaac, you disable the tram lockdown from engineering. I'll open up the bridge station. Meet me there. We need to work on this together.
Man, literally everything is wrong with this ship. Tried playing the original back in the day, but it crashed after an hour and I lost my progress. Well, now you can play the remake, which from what I understand is the definitive experience because it's a very good remake. But I don't know. I've never played it before. This is my first time through it. You know how it goes. I'm talking on my ass again. It's impressive that I know how to do that, though. It is so much darker on these new monitors. Like the blacks are so much blacker than on my old monitors. It's I want to turn up the brightness because I can't see too good. But I also want to have the right experience. I hear. Are those my footsteps? Okay. No, the lights are going out. That's great. The engine's running now. Can we just get regular electricity? Mack is 200 something away from 50K subs. Should hit it by the end of the week, hopefully. Maybe tomorrow if the video does very well. Hang on, I think I got a funny spam email. Let me just take a look. Oh no, it's essentially a spam email. It was an email from Genshin Impact. True Gamer says brightness is 0 and plays in the dark. Kind of true. I like your commentary. It feels avant-garde to have someone who actually pauses between sentences. It's funny, right? There seems to be almost a generational shift in people's opinions on my speech patterns, right? Because I get comments from people who think like my cadence when I'm speaking is very pleasing and that they're not used to it and that they appreciate the pauses that I leave, right? And then there's other people that fucking hate it. And they're like, why do you leave so many pauses in your speech? It's so slow. Get to the point. And I don't want to be that guy. But I think it has something to do with like TikTok conditioning people to never have silence ever for even a second. So I think it's in a sense like a generational shift because like the younger crowd seems to be bothered by it while people that are my age or even a little bit younger than me, they appreciate that I give them time to think in my sentences. Last time tuning your stream, you were playing Tears of the Kingdom. Had any interesting points, opinions of it? Wow, that was a while ago that I played Tears of the Kingdom. I just didn't get as engrossed in it as I did Breath of the Wild. Nicole? Who's Nicole? Is that my girlfriend?
I'm here. Nicole! Damn it.
I don't remember Nicole. What was I going to say? What was I in the middle saying? Oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. So I felt like, as much as I appreciated what they were trying to do with the sandbox, it felt to me like it was a little too video gamey with things just being placed everywhere with not a lot of reason behind it. Like the Breath of the Wild felt much more intentional and felt much more like I was, going through a world, whereas Tears of the Kingdom felt like I was playing through an expansive video game level, and it just failed to engross me as much as Breath of the Wild did. I want to revisit it at some point and play through it fully, but I just lost interest in it. Solar speech pattern is easier to understand, plus it's respectable. Love to listen to you while coding. Pauses are so good. I do think the original speech patterns were a bit too choppy, but you've gotten a lot more natural with it. Well, you know, the behind the microphone or the on camera stuff was never like my forte, and it's taken me a long time to get better at it. But I do think I've gotten like decent at it, and when I listen to it, I think it sounds pretty good, and that's the most important thing to me. I'm not gonna start cutting out all my pauses because I got one comment that said they didn't like it. But it's just interesting, right? It's interesting how divisive something like that is. I'm mad at you for speaking like a human being. I heard some spooky music. So you just say I love your videos, and while I disagree sometimes, I respect the amount of effort you put in and conclusions you make. Well, I appreciate that, Rogue. That's very sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you like the videos even though you don't always agree with me, because you don't always have to agree with me. I don't expect everyone to agree with me all the time. I just want you to be able to see where I'm coming from. So thank you. Almost dissipated from existence because I have forgotten to like the stream. Yeah, like the stream, guys. Shouldn't have to keep saying it all the time. For God's sake. What is this? I see. It's an upgrade path thing. Your pace should be a lot more deliberate, like you're not trying to catch those short attention span customers anyway. Tried Breath of the Wild and couldn't get into it. I can't even really say why I couldn't. I have to try it again sometime. Interesting. So you had kind of an opposite opinion for me. Actually, you didn't say what did you think of Tears of the Kingdom. Did you play that, or are you just curious what I thought? Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to think about like why people have different opinions on this. Why my speech patterns are so divisive. But it's the exact thing that you guys are talking about. I intentionally leave a good amount of pauses in my speech so you can have time to think about what I'm saying and consider it rather than just zooming past everything all the time. I was just curious. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not for everybody. I feel like it definitely appeals to someone that's more interested in like a free type open world game. Like I was thinking about, you know, Red Dead versus Breath of the Wild. Like Red Dead didn't appeal to me at all because the game is so story focused and so linear while trying to at the same time be an open world game but constantly taking you out of the open world. Breath of the Wild on the other hand really takes a step back from like telling you to do anything and just puts you into the world. And I really appreciate that because like I enjoy exploring that world. I enjoy being in that world. I enjoy walking around it. But I don't know, something about Tears of the Kingdom just it didn't do the same for me. Maybe, I think part of it too was that I was exploring essentially the same map as Breath of the Wild with not a ton of changes. And the Sky Islands, which were at first super interesting and super exciting, most of them are pretty bland. And they're just like a small puzzle in the sky and then you leave and there's no real purpose to it. I really liked the tutorial island, which was like an actual landmass that I could explore and get engaged with. And then the rest of the Sky Islands felt like video gamey things that were put there to be played by a video game player. You know what I mean? Love Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but I hope they either remake some of the old ones or continue doing spin-offs in the style of the old ones because there's this classic Zelda-shaped hole in my soul. You should check the indie space. I bet there's a lot of indie gamers making Zelda-style games. Never even noticed the speech pattern. I just figured you paused to add more emphasis. I don't know if that's the right word. I mean, yeah, emphasis as well. Because like when I stop and give it a second, it triggers in your mind to think about what I just said and reconsider it, right? Sorry, I had a thought that I wanted to talk about. It's like, yeah, my boy Frederick Knudsen. So he's a video essayist, made a 6-hour-long EVE Online video essay, released it recently. I watched it, finished watching it. It was a great job as always. He always makes great videos. I scrolled through the comments for a little bit. I found Bill in there. Bill left a comment, and I chastised him for watching other channels. There are a ton of people in his comment section accusing him of using an AI voice because he just has a very flat way of speaking. And if you watch his other videos, it sounds exactly the same. He's not using an AI voice, but there's a ton of people accusing him of using an AI voice. You can listen to this guy for a second.
Discovered more and more about their chosen home, some facts being more esoteric than others, and this knowledge would turn this churning, chaotic hellscape into a verdant home replete with valuable minerals and friendly rivals.
And there was this one dude who was in the comments responding to other people mentioning it and being like, it's clearly AI and lots of people can't notice it, and that's scary. And he's like so confident. He's so certain. He is so positive that it is 100% an AI voice. But it isn't. It just isn't. That's just how he talks. It's really funny to me. I think I just don't like open worlds in general unless it's smaller, like a hub area. No one can fill an open world with enough unique content to make large world constantly engaging. Yeah, I have a lot of big problems with open world games too. There's not a ton that really engage me. It's really hard to do open world games, and a lot of the times I feel like we're using open worlds as an excuse to not do level design rather than as an excuse to utilize the strengths of open world, which is frustrating. Obliteration imminent. Oh, good. I'm gonna die. That's lit. Maybe just because he talks kind of monotone. That's all it is. He has a flat way of speaking. But he always talks like that. You can definitely tell it is an AI because there are some certain hallmarks of AI voice recreation that you can hear, and he doesn't have it. He didn't AI replicate his own voice. It's definitely just the way that he talks. I'm going to, where again? The bridge. And you know, we talk about Red Dead again. So Red Dead is an open world game, but it's not really open world gameplay. You know, it has an open world, and that open world has a lot of really good open world mechanics that make it engaging to explore as an open world. But then you play the story or the side missions, and it's so linear and it's so on rails. It pulls you out of the open world and says, no, don't play the game like it's open world. You're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to play it like it's open world. You're supposed to play it this way. You're supposed to stand in this specific spot for this mission. And if you stand anywhere else, you're doing the mission wrong and it won't progress. That's Red Dead. And so you have to ask yourself, why is Red Dead open world? Is it just for, you know, your in-between time? Is it just so they don't have to create like a level space in between missions? Is it just an excuse to have room between missions that you can explore? Like what is the reason that Red Dead is open world? If it doesn't want to be open world when you're like playing the main content.
I'm gonna need your help. I am not losing the Ishimura. Not now.
I mean, if you lose the Ishimura, we all die, so I would hope you don't,
That
brother.
artifact they found?
Don't bullshit us. CEC knew all along about the marker, didn't they? Isn't that why you're really here? Corporate wouldn't send the Ishimura for some off-the-books mining. But alien technology, yeah, that fits.
Then how does losing my team fit into this theory?
Hey, knock this shit off. We're into the debris field. We get the ADS back together, or it's over.
Then meet me at the captain's nest. Daniels?
One Piece is too long to get into, true or not. I mean, I wouldn't say that that's true for the manga. I think that the anime is too long for the reasons that I listed in my video if you already watched that. But I wouldn't say that the manga is, because the manga is all about the journey, and the journey's fun no matter where you're at in the story. So I don't think it's too long to get into. I think it's because Rockstar could not imagine or even think about being a small, self-contained experience. Everything has to make a boom. I feel like it's the opposite, actually. I feel like they couldn't figure out a way to have their open world be used effectively in the main story and in the missions. So they made it a more linear experience for those parts of the game. But it's You know, like I said when I talked about Red Dead, I had the most fun when I wasn't doing missions, when I wasn't doing the story. I had the most fun when I was just exploring the open world. That was an engaging and fun experience. So if you could find a way to write a story, to write side quests that utilize that open world, it would be so much better of a game. But instead, it's a game that I couldn't get into because it was so frustrating to play. Because they constantly wanted to take you out of the most fun experience that the game had to offer to shoehorn you into, hey, you should upgrade your camp. Do it. You can't go anywhere else or do anything else until you do. Have fun. What a fun idea. A lot of people are scared of the idea of linear games because you spend a few hours in them and then you're done. But I'd rather play a great game for a few hours than a mediocre game for 100. I completely agree with that. Compact open world but dense with content like Yakuza. I think in general I would prefer that. What's the point of having a giant open world if all it is a space for you to ride your horse in, you know? And that's not fair to Red Dead because that's not how they utilize their open world. Again, I feel like their open world is used very effectively. Just not when you're doing the intended content. Man, I really got to make some video essays, huh? I got some opinions to spew. Hey! You knock that off! He's already dead. Leave him alone, man. I see you in there. You're not fooling anybody. No one thinks you're not there. I can see you. I've only played Yakuza 0 and I didn't finish it, but I did have a good time with it. I want to like get into those games and play them. I think buying some first aid would be a good idea. Zero's pretty good though. I had a good time with it. I was streaming it, and then I was like kind of getting bored of it, and I stopped streaming it, and then I didn't finish playing it casually, so it's just... I didn't stop playing it because I didn't like the game. I think I just got kind of burnt out on it. Okay.
You okay? At least containment and life support are holding. So far.
By the way, I'm just going to put it out there, that voice of Nicole I heard earlier, I feel like that's some alien fucker messing with me. I don't think that's her. I think that was fake. I had not played the original. I've only played Yakuza 0.
Level 3 security clearance required.
Level 3? Man. I think it's funny that he's like able to hack into the system to get me level 1 clearance, but can't go any further than that until the game intends for me to have it. I mean, if you can hack the systems, you ought to be able to just give me full security clearance, no problem. Maybe we have to assume that the different security levels each have heightened security protocols to stop him from doing that. Pretty long game, but I think the side missions were where the cool content is at. I agree. The side missions were a lot of fun. A lot of interesting stories and engaging characters to play around with. Matt clearly baiting people into getting timed out. That or he's the imposter among us and he's intentionally gatekeeping my progress so that I don't find out his secrets. You played the original OG Dead Space. Oh, I thought you were talking about Yakuza. No, I haven't. This is my first playthrough of Dead Space. I think you gotta pick out the Yakuza games like don't do too much of the side content, otherwise you'll be spending 100 hours in each game. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Like, I think the side content is very much worth experiencing, but you might want to limit how much of it you do. Hi, fan artist. I got attacked by some creatures. That's about all you missed. Oh my god, other human beings.
No, keep that rifle close.
So where's Chen? We gotta cut his legs off and end him, because he's not coming back, I'm telling you. What benefit is there to you trapping him in there? Kill the thing.
I'm not seeing things right. That's Chen.
You can't help him, Hammond. He's...
You're right. I should... The hell with it.
Am I just gonna stand back for a minute while he does this? Escape pod launch. Where are you sent? Kill him. That the disease is gonna spread. You should have killed him. What are you?
We're gonna fix this, Hammond.
Dude.
For them.
Yeah. Come on. The ADS cannons.
Started reading manga not that long ago, but I find myself just reading the bubbles fast and just glancing at the art. And a lot of fight scenes I just can't follow, for me at least, especially in Chainsaw Man. I think it would help if you stopped and examined the scenes. You have to like stop, look at them, and think to yourself like, what's happening here? Ideally, with an action manga, you don't have to put a lot of thought into it, but sometimes it does take some consideration. For the time when I didn't have church, you could watch your stream whole and you didn't stream. Oh, I'm sorry, fan artist. My bad.
The administration systems aren't doing much. We could redirect power from there.
I can't even see Isaac. He looks like Adam Sandler.
Junction boxes, but we get the ADS.
I can kind of see it. You're not wrong. The nose ain't right, but if the nose was different, he would be Adam Sandler for sure.
I don't know about any illegal mining or the marker. I swear, I'm just here for a repair mission.
Look, Hammond, I don't know you or Daniels well enough to judge, but CEC had to know about the marker.
The company maybe, but shit like that's above my pay grade. Look, we can get into it later. You'll need a way down to those junction boxes. You can turn the atrium elevators back on from security. You'll have full access. I found a CEC executive key card. I'll upgrade your clearance.
Why don't you just upgrade my clearance all the way while you're at it?
Just in case. And Isaac? I heard something up there. Something big.
Hey, Kritana, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. Glad you can join us today. Appreciate you, fan artists. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And by the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, get in there and do it. Fondle that like button. Am I just waiting for him to do his thing, or can I leave? Okay, sweet. From security, okay. The HUD in this game is very good. I appreciate how, like, diegetic it is. It's very lit. Loved doing this video. Appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Man, I was going to say something, but I forgot. It's gone now. What was the music cue just there? That was spooky. So I think I got that habit from speed reading JoJo Part 6 back when the anime got announced. But I agree with you. It's like I go into it with the wrong mindset. It's kind of like an active thing for a bit. I had the same problem. I would read super fast and forget everything that I read. So I had to start like consciously making an effort to stop and examine the page. And eventually your brain just adjusts and you start reading it that way without having to consciously think about it. Okay, there's a... I didn't even need level 2 clearance. Some asshole's about to break through the door! Alright, there's gotta be stuff around here for me to chuck at him, right? No, there isn't. Oh my god. Run, Isaac, you slow little man. Sprint. I know you got heavy boots on, but sprint. Oh, Christ. Okay. I can chuck that back at him probably, yeah? Please, 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 please back away.
I can see it on the monitor. There's a gap in his armor. Shoot it in the back.
I don't know how to do that. He's facing me. That ought to help, maybe. Oh no. Toss some of your goop at me, brother. I will use it against you in ways you did not expect. Aha! See, now you're regretting your decisions, aren't you? Crap. Gotta do some brain training. Oh, crap. I used to read super fast, but it got solved when I eventually read Land of the Lustrous. Interesting. His legs are shorter than normal, leave him alone. Are you talking about Isaac? He's a pretty normal leg-sized dude. I don't think that is a problem for him. Okay, luckily the thing seems to have slowed down since I started chucking its stuff at it. So that's good. Oh, it's just dead. Is it? Sometimes these things like to pretend. I think it's dead. Alright, that wasn't that hard. Aim at its back, my ass. I'm gonna chuck its stuff back. Yeah, a lot of good that level 2 clearance did for me.
Clearance confirmed.
This dude just busted on through like nobody's business. What's even the point of level 2 clearance when some asshole's just gonna break the door, huh? Let me ask you that.
It's on the record, Doctor. This is mutiny. The marker must be delivered to the church, whatever the cost. God's sakes, Ben, listen to yourself. The Ishimura's in crisis, you've cut us off. By Maritime Law Article 5469, I, Dr. Terrence Kine, hereby declare Captain Benjamin Matthias unfit for duty.
These dudes having a little mutiny.
Ben, you're not yourself. Let me help you. Traitors, get your hands off me! This is my ship! Oh my God,
This is my star!
I was trying to help him. Doctor, you just killed the captain. We have to take you in. You can't.
He's not the captain anymore. He mutinied.
Get hold of me. Stop!
Been catching up to Hunter x Hunter manga since rewatching the anime, and boy is the manga a different beast from the 2011 anime. I don't know anything about it. I was about to type the exact same thing. What a sweetheart. Hi, Muna. What's going on, big girl? Do you do your hair before or after you put the headset on? Before, I guess? I don't really know what you mean by that. My hair is just kind of like this. It sticks out naturally. I want more HP. You motherfucker. I should probably upgrade my other weapons at least a little bit. We'll get some damage on this guy. I gotta read Hunter x Hunter. Love the anime, and I've caught up in the manga from the anime, but I haven't read the manga the anime covered. A lot of people have recommended it to me. I'm sure it's good. I read like the first 3 chapters and was super not into it. But I understand sometimes you gotta give things more of a chance than that. The problem was that at the time I couldn't read more chapters, so.
Atrium elevators are now online.
Good. I'm sure no creatures are gonna come ripping and tearing through the elevators. Reroute power from electrical systems. Reroute. Okay. 442. Let's go. Let's get it. They really went out of their way to make this mining station feel as unhospitable as possible. Like, this is just uncomfortable, man. And I know y'all said we'll find like the living quarters later, but like, man, spruce up the place a bit. Put a plant somewhere. Damn. Welcome to the labor trades. My white collar ass doesn't understand. Some people have brought up Hunter x Hunter in the comments of my adaptation video about how it made a lot of changes, but they were ultimately beneficial. What the hell was that? Sweet credits. Seems like there's not a lot of oxygen in this room for me to work with. Oh no, we're good. Anything else in here? Is this it? It's kind of a mess. Gotta get a cleaner in this place. Think the 1% of the top care about someone that far down the production chain? I suppose this is a future, and in the future it's always a dystopia, so probably not. And also real life is a dystopia. Thank you, Victor. That's very kind. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here.
Electrical hazards on the floor ahead of you.
60-year-old deck plating doesn't play well with power surges.
Watch your step.
Okay, that does seem like a problem.
Clearance confirmed.
Nothing sussy in here. I think Vinland Saga Season 1 is better as an anime than Season 2. Absolutely love the farm arc in the manga, but the anime didn't really click with me. Yeah, I kind of had the same feeling. It to me just felt like, yeah, this is a good adaptation, but where does it go beyond what the manga did? And there were certain changes that I really didn't like. Like Einar choking Thorfinn, even though that would totally wake him up, and it does not make sense for it not to. What the hell is that thing? All right, I'm thinking we're gonna swap out the razor blade because that thing hasn't really been doing it for me. How do I equip it again? No, that's the ammunition for it. Where's the gun? There it is. Asteroid cutter, heavy energy projectile that launches a continuous lethal beam. I gotta remember that these things do have alt fires. I never use them. I don't even know what the alt fire is for this one. Okay, that uses up a lot of ammo. Probably not worth doing, but you know, it's a thing. I like Vinland Saga. Vinland so much that I don't want to spoil it by watching the manga. Hey, that's fair. Totally understand that feeling. Okay. Hey guys. How we doing? Everybody okay in here? That's the wrong one. I was going to try out this one. Oh, Jesus Christ. My man is moving. Okay. No, fellas. Let me out of this corner. Let me out of this corner, you little motherfuckers. Back up. Back up. Okay. I can't get out of this corner. That's great. That's awesome. So is this before or after I got the gun? Before.
Clearance confirmed.
Did you study something related to editing? Kind of. So when I was in high school, I took video production classes that I took very seriously, and I worked really hard to get good at video production. And then I went to college for video production, but I was only in college for like one semester, and then I dropped out because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But video production has always been like the thing I'm most passionate about. So, you know, no matter what stage of my life I've been in, I've always been trying to learn and be a better editor. So it's kind of half and half. Like I did study through school video production, but most of what I know how to do is like self-taught or self-learned. What video did you make are you most proud of? The Chainsaw Man video is the one that I'm the most proud of. There's a lot of things in that video that I really felt good about and felt really proud of. All right, this thing better be powerful. Wow, that's wacky. Fucking, I hate how tough these ones are. It's really irritating. It's really irritating how they just don't get stunned by your stomp. That's. I really wish that didn't happen. That seems like I'll die if I touch it.
Clearance confirmed.
Okay, so I know by the way that like survival horror, the whole thing is about like making you feel powerless, right? That said, like the whole like fighting creatures that take a bunch of bullets and can tank through your hits, it's doesn't super vibe with me. I don't know what the benefit of doing that was. So I did something over here. My favorite video of yours is the Demon Slayer one, since that's the first one I saw. I think all your criticisms are greatly explained. Well, thank you, Kraton. I appreciate that. I am very proud of that one as well. I'm proud of all of my videos. Well, not all of them. There's the one on Dark Souls is, I fucking hate that video, and I hated it so much that I stopped making videos on a schedule, you know. But all my anime videos I'm very proud of. You know, looking back at like the Berserk or Nisekoi, I could do things better if I did them today, but I'm still very proud of what I was able to do with them at the time. Fuck, they keep giving me med pack. I need a store to drop off some of one of these guns that I'm not using. I was gonna read that, but I didn't. Oopsie. All right, what else can I? I guess I could use another med pack. Thank you, Arthur. I'm glad you liked that one. Most OSHA compliant room so far. They're giving me so many med packs, I feel like I'm gonna need them in a minute, you know? That's stressing me out. I'm gonna drop this. Wait a minute. Does the sellable stuff not count as part of your inventory space? Oh my god, there's more inventory space off to the side, but I can't hang on. I think it's because of the what? There we go. Now I can see everything. Okay. Good. No, I didn't want to pick that back up. But yeah, I don't know, the Chainsaw Man video, like there's so many ideas I have for that video that just worked so well, and I feel like I really nailed a lot of what I wanted to do with it, and it was just there's things that are in that video that I'm just extremely proud of presentation wise. Okay, there's babies. Can I lift these things up and just throw them into the electricity? Would that work? They're small, right? Like, there shouldn't be any reason I can't grab them. I was waiting for a video like that about Demon Slayer to validate my opinions that I couldn't really bring to words myself. That video of service to humanity. Well, thank you, Oxide. I really appreciate hearing people say that kind of thing. I've gotten that sentiment on the new adaptation video quite a bit. People saying that I was able to vocalize the opinions that they didn't know how to put into words. And I love hearing that kind of thing. Because I do spend a lot of time thinking about like the wording and how to get my point across. I don't think like I like superpowers and powerful guns in survival horror. Action games, sure, but for survival horror, I think that like improvised weapons or no weapons work better at making you feel helpless. I agree. That's the thing. I agree, and I understand why the whole like survival horror thing is to make you feel so underpowered. But at the same time, I don't like horror. I want to feel like I'm in control. So when I'm not in control, it's just antithetical to what I like in games. What are your thoughts on Chainsaw Man Part 2? I like it. I think Fujimoto's cooking. I think some people are being very impatient. And they need to chill and let him do his thing.
That's one. Still need more power. A couple more systems should do it.
I'm glad I got to that thing before it got to any corpses, but there's another one. Of course there's another one. Oh Christ, there's something behind me. Okay, guys. Alright, I'm just gonna make sure this fellow's over here is dead. Okay, he looks pretty dead. That's good. Shit. Ah, you motherfucker. Get off of me! I hate you! Okay, that worked out pretty okay. I did use a lot of stasis, though. I gotta keep an eye out for stasis stations. I know they've been around. I just always forget that I have that. Should keep an eye out for those. Problem is, if you're making survival horror and things like take forever to kill, it makes sense because all you have is a club, but here you have a laser gun and it can be kind of frustrating. Well, I appreciate how effective it is against like their legs, right? Like it chews through their limbs the way it's supposed to. What I find frustrating is when, you know, they don't get stunned by my stomp and they can just hurt me anyway. It makes me feel like I need to like keep dumping ammo into them instead of stomping on them, but like ammo's so scarce, it's a very risk versus reward thing, which again, that's a thing to praise. It's clever the way they kind of force you to think about it. At the same time, please just let me kill them. I always felt off about Demon Slayer, but could never explain why. Your video really helped me understand why and why that and other shows don't work for me. That's great to hear, Katona. I appreciate that. All right, since we're probably going to be dropping the saw gun in general, we're going to drop that ammo and pick up laser cutter ammo instead, even though it's just one shot. I do, like I said, I spend a lot of time thinking about how I can present information in a way that is like fair and accurately explains the points I'm making. Skippy, who's gonna protect me from the backseating and the spoilers? Have a good night, brother. Thanks for stopping by. You're also the only streamer I've seen who can pronounce my name correctly. I get that. I hear that a lot. People say that I pronounce their names correctly a lot. I seem to have a knack for that. I don't know what the deal is there. But I'm glad to hear it. I think it's fair, but not because it's survival horror. It's because it's a weapon and it's a work tool. Chainsaw video was the first video of yours I watched, and I subbed instantly after watching, and they're just too high quality to not respect, even if I don't agree with the points. I appreciate that, Oxide. That's very kind of you. Inventory full, didn't I? Oh, wait. I expanded my guns room. Okay, I guess I got a free ammo out of it, so, you know. Minecraft Steve died. No! I hadn't watched it yet. What am I going to do now? It's been spoiled for me. Let me check. Okay, so I need to keep my eye out for stasis spots. I should check some of the rooms I've been in before, because I want... It is very useful, and I don't use it enough. So, I need to keep that in mind. Watch some creature come out here and kill me while I'm walking around. Once a teacher talked about how Fujimoto's a genius and that he broke most shonen stereotypes and that Chainsaw Man is a master narrative piece. At the moment I thought he was overreacting, but your video actually explained to me why and make it 10 times better. Now I enjoy Chainsaw Man like never before. You had a teacher talking about Chainsaw Man? That's pretty lit. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that I was able to do that and that you enjoyed the video. That's awesome. I really appreciate hearing that. But you had a teacher talking about manga? That's lit. None of my teachers would have known what manga meant. Isaac uses mostly space tools. They are not weapons. The one weapon that is in the game is very bad at killing necromorphs because they have to remember you. Yeah, but none of that has to do with the stomp. None of that has to do with the stomp and why it doesn't stun the big guys. That's just frustrating. I read Chainsaw Man Part 1. It wasn't too big on it. Might give it another shot now that I've read more manga since then. It is one of those stories that does not make its themes very obvious. You have to really think about it to kind of get the message, get the meaning behind the things that happen. And I think spending the time to analyze it and think about it really does, you know, improve your ability to enjoy it. Dabbled in trying to write scripts for future videos. I would like to try to make some time. It's a lot harder than you think. It is hard. It is very hard, but it gets easier the more you do it. For sure. It's all about practice. The thing I struggle with is doing it quickly, obviously. I tend to write scripts much slower than I would like. But, you know, it's hard and it takes a lot of thought. So that's, you know, to get the right wording, to get the right thoughts in there, it sometimes just takes a long time. And I'd rather not rush it for the sake of getting it done, you know? I heard someone screaming. Can you shut up? I'm trying to stream here. Hello? Big open room. Nice location for someone to attack and to kill me. Strangle me my own intestines, that kind of deal, you know. If you wanted. You don't have to do it, but you could. You certainly could. I am a genius. And anybody who says otherwise is wrong. My girlfriend started dating when Chainsaw Man was just starting. I introduced her to it, and she was always told me how frustrating it was that nothing ever made sense. But with part 2, she got used to it. I think Fujimoto just likes to cook. You know, he likes to set things up only to knock them out later. There are plenty of things that don't make sense for quite some time, but you know, you always learn what's going on later. I haven't seen like a store or anything in forever, and it's really frustrating because I have stuff I want to store in the store. What's up, Particle? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, do it now. I refuse to give up the monetary value thing. That was a pulse rifle upgrade? I thought that was ammo. Custom mag. Okay. Okay. Hey, someone was conducting rituals in here.
What's that? A recording?
That's lit.
Huh. Must be the marker they dug up.
So it is the same. That marker. That's the symbol of the Church of Unitology.
Didn't take you for a believer, Isaac.
My mother was. But if they found this on some alien planet, what does that mean?
That Unitology's onto something?
Unitology's full of shit. Forget it.
You know what's frustrating? The place I'm ordering from has corn dogs, but they don't do mustard on the side. So you can only get it on the dog? United we ascend? Is Unitology a new hope or just another scam? You've been living on Mars for the past 200 years. You might have missed the fastest growing religious movement in history. Unitology boasts a following of millions, counts powerful CEOs and officials in its ranks, claims $78 billion of stock in multi-global companies, and owns 2 of Earth's largest financial institutions, GPSG Financial and Unitas Energy Investments. From its beginnings as a cult of personality, Unitology has become a respected, established religion. Most people know the basics. 200 years ago, Michael Altman, a respected geophysicist, blew the whistle on what he claimed to be the biggest cover-up ever instituted by the Earth government. The discovery of an artifact or marker which proved beyond any doubt that there is alien life in the universe. The government labeled Altman a kook, but his claims struck a chord with some, and his mysterious death soon afterwards fueled that interest along with a civil unrest and demand for action. Unitologists, this is a really long piece of text, I'm sorry. I'm not going to read all that. I appreciate the world building, and if I was playing this off stream, I would take the time to read it, but on stream, you boys got things to do. Aliens to blow up and stuff. What's been your absolute favorite manga / anime you watched? It's really hard to say, right? Because it kind of depends on how I'm feeling or what I'm feeling like watching, but I've watched Gurren Lagann more times than any other anime, so that's a pretty safe call, I'd say. Hello. Okay, good. That's what I like to see. Yeah, if you'll just excuse me, I'll walk over those exposed... Can I pull this little guy? No, I cannot. Okay, so we know that they're dumb enough that they'll just walk into things if we let them, so let's just use that to our advantage. You done? Now, where'd the baby go? I haven't seen it in a bit. It kind of disappeared on me. I swear there was a baby around. I don't know where it went. Did it get shocked to death? Because that would be nice. I think I heard someone busting through somewhere. Ah, G-Bug! You little mother. That scared me. He dead spooked me. Dead Space Martyr goes more details about Michael Altman. I recommend the book. It's pretty good. Interesting. I didn't know they made books based on this game. How you doing, NK? Welcome to the stream. Least favorite. Oh, I'm sorry. Absolute least favorite manga / anime you've watched or read. Okay. One Piece video was really good, man. I loved it. Added Land of the Lustrous to my watch list because of it. I've always seen an example of good 3D anime, but never checked it out. It's really very good. It has a great story. I read the manga first, which is why, you know, I eventually read the anime. And it's really good. FMA is a good pick, though. It's either FMA or Gurren Lagann for me. Like, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, I've watched that a ton of times, too, and I never get sick of it. Hey, you, knock it off. I've had enough of your shit. Least favorite manga / anime. That is a good question. There's been a lot that I've hated, you know. There's a lot of really crap manga out there. That's not necessary at all. That kind of behavior, totally unnecessary. Throw some stuff, so throw some of your goop at me so I can bounce it back, boy. Crap. There is a manga that I'm thinking of, but I have to look it up. I'll look it up in a minute when I'm done with this situation. Okay? You want to toss your goop at me? Huh? Oh, he went down pretty easy. Okay, what the hell was it called? So it was a comedy manga that was in Shonen Jump for less than a year, I think, and it was so goddamn bad. It was just horrible. It was like, you know, the one thing that a comedy manga should be able to do is be funny. And it wasn't funny. It was so unbelievably unfunny. It hurt to read. Protect Me, Shugamaru. This manga right here, Protect Me, Shugamaru. This manga fucking sucks. It was so bad. And I read every single chapter because I just read everything that comes out in Jump. And I kept being like, please, for the love of God, get canceled. Please cancel this manga. I've never rooted for a manga to get canceled as hard as I rooted for this one to get canceled because it was so fucking bad. I hated it so much. If maybe I meant nothing against the original anime for me, it has its own vibe for not having the source material finished. They didn't do that bad of a job in the latter thing. Yeah, it's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is just kind of, it's just, you can't beat it over the original. It's just so much better. But, you know, I get why people like the original. It's just, I remember liking it when I was young. It's just one of those things that I never go back to because I'm like, why would I ever read this when I have the original, which is, in my opinion, much better. Except for that cyborg guy that was like epic random to bacon. I don't know what you're referring to. Land of Lustrous, no doubt. I love Land of Lustrous. It's great manga. Highly recommend it for anyone. I would really appreciate it if they would give me a shop somewhere so I could store some crap and clear up my inventory. That looks really, 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 really unsafe. And I don't really know what to do about it. Can I like... I can't grab the tendrils. I need to get over there. Of course. But... how to do that without immediate death? Okay, there's a short period where it goes over here, and I'm just going to try to turn it off. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Nice and safe.
Okay, I'm seeing a power reroute from the electrical systems.
Just watch the outlets. The grid's unstable.
That's 2. One more system and we'll have power for the ADS.
Great. Good. One more system. Okay. No problem. I haven't read Made in Abyss or watched it. I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I could barely find anything on Protect Me Sugimaro other than Chapter 8 is age restricted for some reason. It's because even though it's a very childish comedy series, they decided to create a character whose whole joke is that they look like a penis. They look like a penis and they just make inappropriate comments constantly. That's so funny. Haha, penis joke. Haha, that guy looks like a willy. That's the kind of comedy you can expect from Protect Me Sugimaro. Now, imagine that for 26 weeks straight, and you'll understand why I wanted it to get canceled so bad. Blood on the Tracks. No, I have not. I think I've heard of that one. I think that's been recommended to me a couple times. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, get in there and finger that like button. I'm sus. I'm sus for real. It's been way too quiet for the past couple minutes. Did I ever go in this room? I forget. Break room? I don't think I ever went in here.
I cracked the Ishimura's med site
Oh, yes, I
report.
did. I remember now.
They're a fucking horror show. These things mold any dead tissue into a new form. One kind infects corpses, and the rest...
Make more corpses to infect.
That organic shit on the walls. That's dead tissue, too. The crew thought it was a habitat changer. Isaac, I'm gonna run some diagnostics. I think that stuff's spreading.
Nice. Awesome. Glad to hear it. But yeah, that's probably my most hated manga that I ever read was Protect Me Sugimaro, because it was so painfully unfunny. And the art was terrible, and it just wouldn't end. Kind of like my videos. The dad kills himself in front of his kids too, and Prime Minister very comedic. I don't remember that, honestly. I couldn't tell you the plot very well at all. It was just awful. It was just terrible. It was so bad. It's really hard for comedy manga to the comedy manga in Jump to land for me, because, you know, if you do a comedy manga every single week, you get really used to the author's comedy style, and it tends to get less funny. Really, like the you little motherfucker. The best. Okay, there's something behind me. There's something behind me. There's something behind me. I think. Yeah, there is. I knew it. The best comedy manga are the ones where their comedy style doesn't wear out their welcome and continues to be funny, or continues to evolve in a way that it doesn't get unfunny, right? So a great example for me would be Spy X Family. I love Spy X Family's comedy style. What? Oh, you know, that comedy style doesn't get boring for me, and it continues to be interesting and be funny. But then there's so many other comedy manga where, like Witch Watch. Witch Watch is one that's in Jump right now, that the comedy style has kind of gotten old for me. It's not like a bad comedy style. I enjoyed it at first, but I'm like kind of sick of it in its current state on Jump, right? Like it's worn out its welcome, and it's not very funny anymore. And then and so if you have something like Sugimaro, where the comedy style was never funny to begin with, and then it just beats the crap out of that horrible dead horse, You lost me, brother. You really lost me. Comedy anime slash manga is generally really lackluster. Yeah, it's super hit or miss. It's super hit or miss. It's like only like 1 in every 10 is really good. I love Psyche-K. I never watched that. I think I watched some episodes with a friend once, but I was like doing something else and couldn't really pay attention to it. Excuse me. What is GTO? What can someone deconstruct the acronym for me? I don't know what GTO is. What was the one before you hated? It was What I Bought a Girlfriend or something like that. What? What are you talking about? I'm not sure I know what you're referring to. Great Teacher Onizuka. I've never heard of that. Gangster man becomes a teacher for the youth. That sounds pretty lit. Finally, here's a... I thought there might be one back here. Let's store a gun. Get this crap out of my inventory. We're gonna store the Ripper. And the ammo for it. No, not sell. I didn't mean to sell. God damn it. I did not mean to sell it. Well, that sucks. I guess if I decide to pull out of storage at any point, I'm going to need to buy ammo. But, you know, these things happen. I'm grabbing the linguine. It has beautiful art style, great comedy, and even some amazing life lessons. Some chapters even made me cry. That sounds great. I'm going to buy this. Is there more than one in the store? Oh, there's 2 in the store right now. I see, I see. I should save up for that. Something's about to age poorly, but it is a great read. I really haven't read Junji Ito. I'm a bit embarrassed to say. I do need to like read his stuff. I have Uzumaki. It's on my bookshelf. Green bought me Uzumaki for my birthday or Christmas or something like that, and I've been meaning to read it, but it's the white one that's out of focus right now. But I do need to read Junji Ito stuff. I know it's kind of a gap in my like knowledge base in terms of manga. That was just broken English. You did a review for manga and you compared it to like Stockholm Syndrome because it just gradually just kept getting worse and worse. Nisekoi. You're thinking of Nisekoi. Yeah. No, that one, again, like, that one like had a comedy style and had and had like a circular plot where it never, the plot did not proceed very frequently. And so the author would just run out of tricks, would run out of things to do with the existing characters and with the existing scenarios. So they would just introduce another girl to spice things up for a bit until they ran out of stuff to do again. And then they'd introduce another girl. It drove me crazy. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. I'll give you the boys to look at. Between me going to the bathroom and coming back, my OBS decided to stop sending data. I wonder if the copyright protection boys are at all responsible for OBS constantly doing that. Now, it's a thin line, right? It's a thin line for my reasoning for that, but like I turned on the copyright boys, I walked away, nothing else happened, and then OBS decided to stop sending data. Interesting. All right, I have not watched Dorohedoro or read it. The copyright protection boys are killing the stream, apparently. Jesus. I need to... It did it again. I don't know what caused it, but it did it again. I don't know what's happening. This is very frustrating, and I'd appreciate it if it would stop. Okay, what I did just now was I SOS. This is a call for help. OBS keeps fucking crashing. What's happening? And also, I'm dying. What's going on? I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's never crashed this many times in a row. I don't know what it's doing. The One Piece and Demon Slayer fan, they're DDoSing me. Oh. I need to reach 50,000 subs or I can't stream anymore because OBS doesn't want to fucking work. All right. We resized the screen twice and both times it caused a crash. Or maybe it wasn't related, but let's just, everybody hold your breath, cross your fingers, and hope it doesn't crash the next like 30 seconds. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's causing. The stream keep breaking. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just going to sit here quietly for a minute and hope that nothing breaks. Because I don't know what's happening. For a minute. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to sit here and I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to sit here and wait and see if anything happens. Because every time I try to do something, OBS just stops sending data and I can't stream. I don't know what to do. I don't know what the cause is. I'm ill-equipped to deal with this problem. Talk about One Piece? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Frankie's massive titties? Because that's all I want to talk about. So far, it seems to be holding steady. Have you read the new chapter, Mack? So, depends what you mean by new chapter. If you're referring to chapter 1100, then no, I haven't, because I wait for the official release on Sundays. If you're talking about chapter 1099, then yes, I have read that chapter. I don't read any of the spoiler stuff. Put your camera facing the monitor and do streaming the old school way. I mean, they're nice new monitors, a lot of clarity. I'm sure it wouldn't look that bad. I don't know what to do about this. This is very frustrating. I'm going to attempt to play the game. Because because it's holding steady. And so, the game stream and try to do something. Then we'll we're trying to suss out. What is happening? Why? Why is this happening? What did I do to deserve this? Is this because I made fun of One Piece? Is this because I called Tanjiro a bad character? Is this my just desserts? Maybe it has something to do with the new monitors. I don't know. Bye, Crab Man. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Can everybody like the stream? Maybe if everybody likes the stream, then it'll give my OBS the energy it needs to not fucking crash constantly. It's all that SAO slander. Okay, I have made fun of SAO a little bit, but not that much. I will now attempt to play the game. Okay. I'm not going to resize the window yet, because every time I did that, OBS crashed. So I just want to see if it can hold steady and not crash like this. And you guys will just have a funny little view, huh? Isn't that nice? So far, everything seems to be okay. Hasn't crashed yet. It's all good. It's all right. Any good manga you read recently that you haven't talked about? It's a good question. Everyone's talking about Kagurabachi right now. But there's, oh, you know what? So I finished Golden Kamuy because I was doing a reread of Golden Kamuy because I might be doing a video on that one. And that author has a new manga. The author of Golden Kamuy has a new manga. It's a hockey manga called Dogs Red. And it got added to the Jump app recently. There's only 13 chapters out so far, but I'm really liking it. It's really fun so far. He's a really good comedy and character writer, so I feel like he can write a story about anything and it'll be interesting. So like generally speaking, I'm not into sports manga, but like this one's about hockey. I'm super into it. I'm digging it. So Dogs Red, recommend that. And then what I was about to say is everybody's talking about Kagurabachi as like the new manga, even though it's like pretty okay and everyone's memeing that it's amazing. But Mama Yu Yu started running in Jump around the same time as Kagurabachi, and I like it. Mama Yu Yu's all right. Not amazing, but it's all right. I am now going to attempt to resize the window. If I disappear, you'll know why. Okay? We're still here. It hasn't crashed yet. Everything's A-okay. I'm not frozen. The bits are still sending. It's working as intended without breaking. Only seen shitposts about Kagurabachi. It's okay. It's all right. It's not terrible. It's not good either. Yakuza Reincarnation, started reading it. Got up to date. It's so wonderful. Never heard of it. I am now going to attempt to switch to the screen scene and capture my monitor and resize it. So first step is let's capture the monitor and see if it crashes when I do that. It did! No, it didn't. It didn't. I thought it did, but we're okay for now. Okay, it's capturing just fine. Hasn't crashed yet. Maybe I just try to do too much at once. Maybe I need to put a 30-second pause before I do anything with this fucking program. It's okay. It's all right. It hasn't crashed yet. What have I done? What have I done to deserve this? I mean, really. What the hell have I done to deserve this? What the hell have I done to cause this? To have earned this limbo I've got myself into where I can't stream for more than 2 minutes without the fucking stream giving up and dying. What have I done? Who did I hurt to deserve this? I launched OBS in safe mode. When it well, it doesn't really crash, right? It just freezes. So I have to end task via task manager, and every time I try to relaunch it, it like asks if I want to launch in safe mode, which disables my my plugins. And if that helps, then maybe one of my plugins is maybe I only have one plugin. My only plugin is the one that creates markers for me, so I can more easily pull clips. Is that somehow causing problems? Is that what's going on? Okay, it has been updated in the past couple of years. Maybe I need to reinstall my plugin and see if that fixes it. Is OBS eating too much RAM? No, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. I've kept an eye on like my performance. There's never like there's no CPU spike, there's no RAM spike, there's no GPU spike, there's no spike happening that should be causing it. So it has to be some issue where OBS like tries to process some action that happens and it just gets stuck in a loop and crashes itself. That's the only thing that makes sense as far as I can tell. It's OBS problem. I think so. I'm not a fucking software genius, so these kind of problems are hard for me to solve, but I believe so. Rain's got it. Rain's got the real issue. What the? I think you're giving hentai enough love. You want me to make more hentai videos? Amazing that my video on hentai is still not demonetized, but the Chainsaw Man video is. Just incredible. I spent like the last 4 upgrades on my plasma cutter. I need to chill with that probably. I started talking about how I thought I figured it out, and then it decided to crash just to prove me wrong. I think I have to call it for the day, guys. I don't think I can stream any longer because it just keeps fucking crashing, and I don't know what to do about it. You know. I'm gonna try to save. I'm gonna try to reach a save point and save the game, and then I'll close the game and we'll try to end the stream. If it cuts out suddenly, I might just call it a day. But I don't think I can stream any longer. Like, it's not working out, man. This is very frustrating. This is a very frustrating situation. I get it must have something to do with my monitors, because the day I install, or the day I get new monitors, the problem gets like infinitely worse. This was happening before, but it would like crash, I'd restart it, and then it'd be good, and it wouldn't happen again. Now it's like happening back to back to back. So I have to assume it has something to do with my monitor. Something to do with my monitors is fucking something up. Some driver, some connection, something is fucking everything up. High frame rate resolution, maybe. I don't know. There's so many things it could potentially be. You got a good point, Arthur, but it ain't going to stop me from being frustrated. I can tell you that. So it sucks that I'm having to cut the stream early because because Saturday's stream will be a Patreon exclusive. On Saturday, we're going to go behind the scenes of the new video. Talk about some of the editing that went into it, talk about some of the decisions that went into the scripting and editing and all that. So if you're a patron, I'll see you on Saturday. If you're not a patron, it's only $5 a month. And you can join in on Saturday, do a little editing breakdown, a little script discussion, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. And if not, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, when I have another normal stream, and hopefully OBS won't be crashing constantly, because clearly I have to figure out this fucking issue, or it's just going to keep happening. I'm just going to debate trying, but the conversion rate fucks me over for now. It's like just like on everything. I'm sorry about that, Arthur. That sucks. But I totally understand, and you don't have to feel bad. Appreciate the thought. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Why there a whole hour and a half? It was fine. I don't know. I do not know. I wish I understood. Nothing changed. Nothing changed when it decided to start crashing. No, there's no additional programs open. There's no additional processes happening. There's nothing that should be causing it. I wish I understood. I really do. But I do not. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good night. And I'll talk to you on Saturday if you're on the Patreon, and Wednesday if not. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Markiplier.